Simgot is a Chinese IEM manufacturer, probably most well known for these. Now this is the Simgot EN700 Pro, and they were a very iconic looking IEM. As you can see, they kind of look like a full-size planar magnetic headphone. And they actually sounded pretty good and they had a good response. They're still popular to this day just because of that fantastic aesthetic and that awesome design. But, you know, as time goes by, new things come and go. So in this video, I'm looking at the Simgot EM2 Roshan, hereinafter known as the EM2R. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews, and the Simgot EM2R here, priced at $109. Now we're looking at a dual driver hybrid. It's got one dynamic driver and one balanced armature. This is the new generation of the original EM2 model, which was released a while back, and it had pretty decent reviews. This one has supposedly been improved in some ways. I'm not sure exactly on the details and how, but first of all, look at that box. That is pretty spectacular, isn't it? Pretty nice. By the way, there is a cracking big storm just happening outside my window at the moment, so if you hear some noises, or if you never see me again, you could probably attribute that to the storm. So yeah, you get this beautiful box. I really like that. It's very classy. And even inside the actual box itself, boom, pretty nice, yeah? So very nice packaging. I know. Some of you don't care. Wow, hear that thunder, man. That is massive. All right. Inside the case, obviously, you get the IEMs. That's those there. You get a pretty decent carrying case as well, and you get a little badge, or I'm not sure what the term is for those. I guess I'll just call it a badge, but pretty nice. Some people will appreciate that. I appreciate that. I don't know what to do with it, but I think it is quite beautiful, and it was a nice surprise. Before we get to the IEMs, I want to talk quickly about this cable. It's your standard silver-plated copper cable, but I found it quite frustrating because it's fairly thin above the Y-split, and it's got these rather aggressive preformed ear hooks. You know how I feel about those. So yeah, the quality of the cable, as I often say, is good, but the handling is not so great. Ends up in a tangle very often. So for that reason, I've been using these IEMs with this beauty here. This is the DD Hi-Fi Nix cable, and it is a stunner. It's beautiful. Look at that. There will be a written review on my website fairly soon for this. I'm not going to do a video for it, but I just thought I'd show you that there. Anyway, IEMs, the Simgot EM2R. Not a whole lot different physically from the original EM2 model. So you've got these clear acrylic shells, pretty nice, black and gold color scheme, which looks amazing. In terms of build, they kind of remind me a bit of the Whizzer HE01, if you're familiar with that. Little bit of aluminium on the faceplate there. Not a lot to say, but it's a nice looking little earphone. Oh, actually, there is one thing I'll mention. The width of the nozzles is pretty large, or the diameter of the nozzles is pretty large, so keep that in mind. If you've got very small ears, that might be an issue. In terms of comfort, these have been great. I've worn these. I've been using these on my desktop actually during the review, and I've had like really long sessions, hours long sessions with these, and I find them really comfortable. But we're going to get on moving, and we're going to go into how these sound now. And the sound signature for the EM2R, I would say it's kind of a light V-shaped. It's with a fairly neutral tone. It's kind of a neutral bright tone. it has a boosted sub bass and slightly forward treble. The result is a sound that exudes clarity mixed with some elements of fun, and by fun I mostly mean that nice sub bass. So let's get that graph up here, and there you can see it. So pretty good sub bass elevation there, mirroring a popular current trend. The EM2R focuses on sub bass extension with less emphasis on the mid bass. It's not as extreme as some of its peers in terms of that tuning style. There's still ample mid bass punch to go along with the deep impact of the sub bass, and I must say I really do enjoy the sub bass on these. It's nice. The bass exhibits good speed paired with satisfying authoritative impact. Leading edges are well defined and are delivered with more slam than thump, but a natural decay gives bass notes fullness and weight. So although it is a fast, well-defined and controlled bass, it's got some nice natural weight to it, and overall, yeah, it's pretty fun. As for the mid-range, the lower mids are a touch lean. They could use a hint more body for fullness and naturalness. As a result, the male vocals are slightly thinner, but they are detailed and articulate. The leaner presentation helps to create this sort of spacious and open mid-range feeling. At the same time, vocal positioning is up front and engaging. And in the treble notes sound crisp without any softening or smoothing, so I wouldn't recommend this IEM for treble sensitive listeners. This EM2R isn't especially forgiving on inherently sibilant recordings or poor recordings. I wouldn't call it sharp, but the treble is slightly edgy. It's kind of borderline for my tolerance in terms of brightness and forwardness. The treble has sparkle and good extension. There's ample airiness, and the trailing notes of cymbals and hi-hats have a natural floaty sheen. When it comes to Soundstage and Technicalities, the stage dimensions are a little larger than average, so you get a fairly large soundstage as a result of that tight bass and the neutral mids along with the crisp treble. The stage is uncluttered and fairly expansive. The overall resolution is about average, or actually maybe slightly above average for something in this price bracket. The sound is dynamic and vibrant with pretty good imaging to boot. So overall, the Simgot EM2R, this is a pretty good sounding IEM. Now at first I was told that the price was $132 or $139, I can't recall. And I thought it was a decent IEM at that price, nothing outstanding, but pretty good. But then I was told the price is actually $109, and at that price point, these actually perform really well. I would put them on par pretty much with most other sort of in that $100 price range. I've got the Dioko here. I haven't opened the box yet, so we'll find out about that one soon. But yeah, I would say this is a pretty solid performer. Nothing really outstanding about it, but if you're someone who likes a bit more treble, sort of a leaner presentation with a bit more treble energy and presence, then you'll probably love this. Like I said, it is a little bit on the bright side and sort of bordering on that tolerance level for me. But having said that, I've been using these for like probably a week at my desktop, just for gaming, watching YouTube and some music. And yeah, I haven't had any problems with it at all. So that is the Simgot EM2R. Pretty nice. I'm not so happy with the cable, but the IEMs themselves, very solid performers. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you tried the EM2 original, or have you tried the iconic EN700 Pro here? Isn't it beautiful? Let us know in the comments below. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, Parfam audiophile style. And if you're new here to the channel and you want to see more reviews like this in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you later.